Hi, it's Megan. Yes, we can agree that I get into the craziest makeup sometimes. You know, sometimes you never grow up and you just want to try something new. So I was looking at some unusual colors, which I consider myself too old to wear, although other people disagree with me on that. And I vowed that if I live to 80, I'm going to be wearing every color of lipstick there is, believe me, to celebrate life. But I was looking at some unusual colors, and someone said on a beauty board, you should try every lip color once. So I thought, as if I needed a reason or an excuse. So this is my new acquisition, and no, this is not my normal look, but you know, why not try it and see what you think? And there's a part of me that when I was in college, the whole kind of punk rock thing in the United States with all the indie bands creating their own labels and all that was really big, and so I always liked that spirit of just trying something new. So this is something new. So this is the Melt Cosmetics lip color in Blitzed, and then I also have Blow, which is a very different sort of shade. This one right here is the newest of the Melt shades, I think, and these are $19 each on the Melt Cosmetics website. And so they call this a real teal green matte, and so this is the color, and this is it. And I think, yeah, I think it's a teal that leans a little green. The melt formula is super stiff, is the word. And I actually find this particular shade of the Melt lipsticks that I have, and I'll put a link to the videos with other reviews on the Melt lipsticks. I find this to be probably the stiffest of the formulas. And I also, I don't know, I feel like the ones that I have that are older have softened over time. And when I did my first Melt lipstick video, I said actually patting and like almost like melting the wax or whatever that's in the lipstick and spreading it a little bit made the lipstick apply better. I don't feel that's the case with this shade. I think if anything it makes it worse. So this to me is the toughest shade to wear overall. Once it's on, it wears really well for about 2.5 hours. And there's a lot to say about these kind of shades. The thing about these kind of shades is that, first of all, you have to totally dry your lips off, and I have to dry them off with a Kleenex, something really dry, like a pad won't work, you know, a cotton pad, and pat all of the moisture off in the inner part of your lip, because you have to really apply this very evenly, since our own normal natural lip color is so different from these kind of shades. And once you've totally dried off your lips, and you have to very carefully apply this. I think the stiffness of the formula does help though with these kind of shades. First of all, it tends to wear like flawlessly for 2 hours, although they are super dry, and I'll get to that. But the other thing I do is when you take this little lipstick point, I use that as like a lip liner, because what kind of a lip liner do you use for this, right? An eye pencil, maybe, if you have one. And then I'm more able to define outside of my lip, because it's not one where you can just kind of, you know, rub your lips together and get it to spread evenly. When I try to do that, which is a habit that I have, I tend to get bumpy edges along the line of the lips, and so it's really just an application thing. Some people like these type of stiff formulas, other people hate them. I don't mind them. I really like the matte look that you get with this, or some of the other matte lipsticks. The other one I have is actually not a matte, in my opinion. And what else was I gonna say? They do smell like vanilla-ish, and I guess like vanilla cake or something. And they're a pigmented, super pigmented product, and anytime you get a super pigmented product, it is going to be a little stiffer. Then a lot of people say that they can wear these for 6, 7, 8 hours. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I actually can't. You can also put a balm on top of them, and I find that they wear beautifully that way as well. Maybe a little bit better, because then your lips aren't drying out. And I don't have a dry lip problem, so I actually don't need to exfoliate before I put these on. And like I said, 2 hours flawless before I see any cracks. And with me, it's not even cracks. It's more right in here where my lips get wet, where I feel like it doesn't wear quite as well. So I'm probably being unfair when I talk about wear time, because the actual lipstick itself wears beautifully. It's just right in here I start losing color. which annoys me. But most people say they need to exfoliate first, and some say they need to put a lip balm on first so their lips don't dry out. I don't have that problem. So this is it. The thing about this color is, okay, let's be real, I am not going to wear this on a day-to-day basis. It's just not my personal style. I think it's beautiful. But what this is actually, I think, even better than as a lip color, it is the most beautiful cream eyeshadow. Oh my gosh, it applies gorgeously and it wears amazingly, and you can either like build it up or you can thin it out. It is beautiful. I almost wore that for this video, but I was just doing another tutorial on these eyes, and this eye look kind of worked for me. The thing about this kind of a shade, I have to be really careful, and I'm going to do another lip color in a minute. I have to be really careful with the blush I use. I've actually used just a bronzer as a blush, because this is a cooler color and I need some warmth on my cheeks. But when I try to put other colors in, honestly, I looked ridiculous is a good word. Pink didn't work, orange, peaches didn't work. So something that's a little bit more bronzy, kind of like just natural nudish, worked way better for me. First of all, it added the warmth that my face really needs with this lip color. And then it added some shading and some definition, because this is a strong lip. But I didn't look stupid. That's the best word. Okay, so now I'm going to do the next one, which is Glow. And this is an older color. And they call this, oh, they have a whole long description of this. And I don't think I mentioned, Melt Cosmetics is an indie cosmetic line that was started by a MAC makeup artist. And so this is the other one, and this is super green, and it's not going to work quite as well with the eyes. For me on this, I would just do very simple eyes. Maybe work in a little bit of a green with some grays and blacks. These are completely opaque. So I'm going to dry off my lips, and I actually want to do this on camera so you can see how carefully I do my lips. First dry completely. Since I'm talking, it's going to be hard to do, but now this one is mostly matte, but I feel like this one has a little bit more of a sheen to it than some of the others. And I would do less on the eyes with this. I actually think this shade isn't that pretty on me, even if you like kind of the more unusual lip colors. I think this one really works better with people that have brown eyes, brown hair, personally, because it's such a dark color. I think you need a little bit more darkness in your hair and your eyes to make it work, but you know, it's a fun color. And what was really kind of interesting is I wore this yesterday, and then I was going out and I wasn't going to wear a color like this out, and I had a little bit left in the inner corner when I tried to clean it off, and that blended in with this really soft shimmery pink, almost a sheer pink that I had on my lips, because I still had darker eyes like I have right now. I was wearing the same eyes, and it was actually really, really pretty worked in with the pink. It was just, it had this like unusual cast that you couldn't quite place, undertone. It was really beautiful. So this, like I said, I think that I've got totally the wrong coloring for it, but this is what it looks like. And again, they're totally opaque. They wear really amazingly well, but you have to like the stiff formula. So anyway, that, and they do stain a little bit. And I also test a couple days on my arm. to see how, you know, I'll still shower and everything. I just won't use soap in the area. And these lasted about 2 days on my arm. So, and they do slightly stain on the lips. That is it. Thank you for watching.